Man, it's just this place. The island life is just different, man. I've always been an islander. I've always been an, no pun intended, island boy, except I don't do any gay or homo shit. But, nothing against gays either. Like, don't think there's a gay bashing. Like, bro, I've grew up with gays in the Caribbean. And they're more hardcore than some of these gays that are walking around right now. Talk about gays that'll motherfuckers stab you. Alright? So, yeah. That being said, island life has always surprised me with the way the people are around here. It just totally hits different. I had to take my time out and get myself correct. But now, I feel like, I've reached the top of the world and it can't stop. It's, we do have to be careful about who we let into our country and who we let into our lands. Because white people are disrespectful as fuck. And it really shows. It really shows every single time I open my eyes, and really, not that I'm actively looking for it, but it just comes on my path, and I gotta address it. Like, for those of you who've been following my travel vlog, you had a white woman staring at an intercultural couple, or at least they look intercultural, and was looking down upon them. Like, I let her know just without saying any word, like, fuck that, we don't play that shit around here. And, it's... So the same thing happened where you're a white woman, all right, you're a tourist, you have money, but you go around and you steal from people at the supermercado. And it's like bitch, you're in a country, people are poor enough around here, you want to do some bullshit like that, and it was like I was tired as fuck from being on the desert as long as I was. Because I had been traveling through the desert, trying to get point A to point B. I was fucked up. I was fucking tired. And had that not been the case, I definitely would have stopped her. But, I was just glad to be on the road and having something to eat and drink again. So, because this place will fuck you up if you let it. Like, holy s. It was bizarre. So, I'm also going to stop drinking now. So, it's been a weird trip, guys. But, I'm glad to be where I'm at. And, I'm very expectant to have very good results in the future. So but you got to get your shit together, and especially with a land that just engulfs you with a different type of energy that really makes you feel like, all right, you're here, you're at it, you're at the place where you belong. And the first time I came here, it was through a girl that I've met in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. She was on vacation, Evita Bourgio. I'll never forget her. Stunning, gorgeous girl. Unfortunately, I was going through my trauma, so I never pursued it, never went nowhere. But, man, it was like, whoa, just like different vibe, different energy. And when I, I'm not gonna lie, she told me to come vacation on the island sometimes. Like, fuck it, yeah, I'll go. I stayed there for a week. I think I stayed there for 2 or 3 weeks, and by the time I had to cry. Like, I literally cried as I was leaving the first time. The second time, I got there, stayed there for 3 months, but I almost felt guilty for doing it because, a lot of people will never have this feeling that I have being on a place where you completely feel like home after being around a lot of places, never feeling like home. So I really had to it felt guilty almost, to be enjoying myself this time. And when I had my friend talk to me, one of my best friends talked to me about this, he's like, well, don't you feel guilty for enjoying yourself and having this much energy and having this much joy? Like, maybe the second time I did, but now after everything I've been through in the Netherlands, in Europe, and other countries in general, I'm saying fuck that, they can all go to hell. I'm at my place. I know I don't have much, but it's gonna change soon. I know it, I feel it in my gut. So, I'm just out here creating and, living, and I'm trying to find a healthy balance between it all still. Because I've got everything. It's not like working out the quirks and say okay, what do I invest my time? What do I invest my finances? What do I invest, my life in? Because the sky's the limit. Everything is really open, but I do what I do. And I'm on my own journey. Everyone is. Some journeys you come together, and sometimes you're like, you know what, it ain't gonna work out. You know, I've had a lot of that also. And but I'm sitting here, and I'm telling you gladly, joyously that, you know, I'm in my happy place right now, man. Like, I'm really at the place where I feel happy, joyous, and wonderful, and, you know, nothing what the past or anyone else is gonna do is ever gonna break that. It's ever gonna fuck that up for me. And if it tries to, I will be fucking vicious about it, because I know what I had to go through to get here. You know, it was a hard fucking road. You know, I'm not gonna cry, but fuck it, I feel emotional as fuck, because I only have tears of joy after this. You know, like, I was gonna fuck my shit up. I'm not gonna let people fuck not just my, but also other people's shit up around here. Like, this island's my home. Like, I'm protecting it. You know, the world is my home. You know, I do my best to protect it, and but not get too caught up in it, because, you know, there's certain things you just can't control. There's certain things you just can't change, because people don't want it to. People want to try and steal from you. Like I've said many times before, I gave enough examples. And, you know, that's not the way we go about things. And, you know, I'm just very happy to be where it's at. I'm just very happy to be at the place and point now where I get to create. Man, I was fucked up today. Shit. That desert nearly fucking destroyed me. Like, I had to, thank me that, you know, I held on and strived through. Because right now, I feel good right now. I feel good about this. Like, I really feel like nothing's gonna get in the way of it now. Like, I'm shedding skin, for Christ's sakes. My people want to call, oh my God, reptile. I'm like, nah, it's like you have to get renewed so you can be better again. So, you know? Like, yeah, snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake. You know, snakes used to be dragons, right? So, I'm getting in my element. I'm renewing. I'm, you know, being revived. You know, I'm being like, I don't even see this bad right now. Like, yeah, okay, my skin may look a bit fucked up right now, but I know it's gonna get better. As soon as I get my shit back together, like, and as soon as I get my money up, like, I know it's gonna be great. Like, man, I can't wait to work with some of these artists. Like, I've seen Drewski do his thing on Could Have Been Records. I can't watch these whole videos because, you know, like, my data is a bit fucked up and all that. But I love what is doing that. Even with Mario Judah, man, I have so many great ideas. Like, where the fuck is Mario Judah, man? Yeah! Get rocked! So, yeah, you know, I'm definitely feeling that vibe. And, you know, but a lot of people owe me money also. A lot of people that, you know, I'm going to fuck their shit up. Like, no cap. And fuck Leandro and fuck everybody else. Like, you know, I'm gonna get my shit done. I'm gonna get shit together. So yeah, you know, it is what it is, and there's a lot of great mishaps in the world right now. A lot of fucked up shit, a lot of pedophile shit, and etc. You know, we should hold these churches and these fucking officials accountable. And there's a lot I have to say about that too, but, you know, I'm not gonna do about that now because I'm trying to keep it happy for me. Because I've been through the rabbit hole, man. So there's like a lot of shit that I went through. And once you see the end of that fucking tunnel, man, there's just, you really gotta have to come to terms with yourself. I found out some shit while I was in meditation, spiritual meditation. I was in my tent. I was in homeless. I was in Flushing. Stayed for 8 months in a tent. And bro, when I saw the end of the tunnel and I saw all the fucked up shit that was happening, it was like, whoa, this is fucking weird, bro. Like, I had to come to terms with myself for 3 days. 3 days of just staring at nothing, you know, like, I can't believe what I just experienced, you know. It's spiritual, it's, you know, a bit of magic, you can call that, but it's also like, fuck, man. When you realize how interconnected we all are and how shit that surrounds us and our environments really affect us, it's like, whoa, you know, you can only, you know, stretch it so much before you just find it hard to see the good of any of it anymore, you know? And I'm sitting there like, whoa, you know, I've been through enough shit. Like, I know this ain't all it or that, but I'm like, man, like, you gotta, like, how much can a man swallow, you know, no pun intended, of dark and bad and evil, you know, shit before it just goes like, bro, And I've even had people tell me now, like, bro, you have a spirit inside you, bro. Like, you have something in you, man. Because even though I don't agree with a lot that the Logan Paul gang has put out, I will say this: when a guy came up and said, you know what, hey, if you made it out today despite everything, you know, you've got something in you. Because a lot of people don't have that, and a lot of people don't. You know, that part I really felt. And, you know, that was heartfelt, and that was, someone who's in touch with reality, you know, not just whatever they want to put out there on these YouTube channels. Which I had to think a lot about that also, because, you know, it was just very different. I knew I was different. I'm not really an attention whore. I'm not really an attention seeker. It's kind of why I didn't pursue the things I really wanted to pursue for a very long time. Because, like, yo, I want to do things different. I don't want to do things for the same reasons as any other people. Not that I set out to be a game changer or wanted to change anything. Like, yo, I just wanted to make it different where we can make it fun and profitable for everyone. And, yeah, you know, it just... Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't work out. I've definitely learned to be more careful with who I tell people shit. I'm definitely more careful, but, you know, sometimes you give your heart, you give your good intentions. And like I said, or some of you may know, that, you know, the last few months have been very existential for me, in the sense that, yeah, a lot of people want to claim this kumbaya spiritual life type bullshit, and as soon as it comes to money, they become like the greedy vultures that everyone else has been. So things like financial freedom, I'm like, all right, this is very good and dandy, but that's not really the freedom you seek. And man, this beer is getting hot as fuck. But I'm not too worried, because I know it'll be the last drink I'm having for a while. Otherwise, I'm just gonna piss myself and get a beer belly for no fucking reason. So, and I'm definitely done with the coffee. I wouldn't say I'm done with coffee, you know, I'm just taking it in good strides, you know, just stay, all right, you know, now's a good time to have one, later on it's not a good time to have one. So, you know, you filter it out, so to say. And now I'm more of like, yeah, you know, keep a good, healthy balance. I'm definitely a good spot where I can do that. I hope the people I choose to let in my life, especially women, you know, do that as well. And yeah, you know, just keep it moving at the end of the day. So, you know, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a, what do you want to call it, influencer, whatever. Also, never plan on being that. I just have a lot of shit to say and to do that I really want to say and do. And, you know, yeah, it's just like, have fun doing it. And I never thought I'd live my life the way I live my life, but yeah, it feels natural. It feels good to me. Like I said, I've been here, I've been sleeping in a cave, have my tent up, have my sleeping bag up, and I wake up showering myself in the freshness of the fucking ocean. And a lot of the soap stuff I use, you know, it's not damaging to the environment, so I feel great about using this stuff as well. Which I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to review a product line of, you know, certain things that you can use wherever you are on the road. So I feel good about this, you know, I feel good about this shit. So, yeah, you know, future's great. Now, I mean, for example, drinking this 00 Fábrica Tostada. Like, it's no alcohol, it's doing all right. It's, yeah, it's hot now, so it's like becoming less favorable to drink. But hey, that's what you do when you're out here in the middle of the fucking desert, and you hear the cars behind me. But you know, it's still quite a few degrees out there. Like, yeah, you might have seen the photos on my Instagram, but I'll do some more to have an update on my skin check. Like it was fucking, yeah, I'm shedding like a fucking snake, and you know, it was weird, but also wonderful. I had the same thing happen when I had my accident with my legs. For those of you that don't know, I had a factory accident where 600 kilograms, don't know how much that is in pounds, but that's 600 kilograms worth of pressure on my legs, and they didn't rupture. They were broken, but, you know, they were able to get it fixed, at least here in the Canary Islands. And when I got over to the Netherlands to do my operation, they outrightly refused to operate on me. It probably has some racism to do with it as well, and some laziness, but yeah, who can really say that for sure? Because it was also the midst of the pandemic. Everyone was like overworked, overstressed. But, you know, the way I was treated over there is like just not the way you should be treated as a human being. And I got to know that, you know, Europeans will never look at a person like me, despite the fact that he's biracial or not, as a human being, because I'm just too dark for their dark-skinned, excuse me, and I'm just too truthful and honest to let shit go by. But I also know now how to pick my battles and how to do them, and I'm in a place right now also where I'm just not gonna let people ruin my day no matter what. But I've been through enough shit to let the youth know, as I did yesterday, that look, I'm not gonna stand for certain shit anymore. And whatever happens, may happen, but I'm not gonna back down with this shit. I mean, you do in your country what you want, but when you come around here, you better show some fucking respect. I don't care if you bring the money in, I don't care if 98% of, the island life is based on tourism, because that we got to change also, and I have a lot of ideas for that also, but, to put them into fruition, you need money for that. And, I was never really a big on money guy, but, you got to recognize for now, it's a system we live in. It's what we need to get by at the moment. But luckily, I've never had to do that. And I'm going to make sure that I won't be as dependent and or hungry for it as other people have been, willing to destroy and leave everyone behind just to make an extra buck. I've never been that guy, but I'm also realistic on the fact that, people just want to live and profit off of misery, which is something I didn't want to do either. So, it's been a lot of thinking, it's been a lot of process, and especially when you make something, when you create something, you want to make sure that it's something lasting. Now, I don't mean to say it's everlasting, because what really lasts forever? But you want to leave something, that people can use for a very long time. And we're in this space right now. We have the connectivity. We have all the means to get better and, leave something spectacular behind for many generations to come. It's unfortunately we have this I remember that anti-racist guy on the Joe Rogan podcast said it very well. We have this dinosaur way of thinking that really needs to stop, because you're blaming the technology, but it's your way of thinking of that technology. I mean, for example, we had the caveman. Even in the caveman days, you had fire. Yeah, you can warm a hot meal, or you can destroy an entire forest. Same with technology. You can either use it as a tool, or you can use it as a weapon for grave destruction. And unfortunately, in human evolution, we have always decided to use the latter one rather than the first one. And it's the kind of stuff that got us in this troubling mess in the first damn place, because we've evolved in the past. I've said this before, and whether you want to believe it or not is completely up to you, but it's just the truth the way it is. We've destroyed our last planet 800,000 years ago through the same method. I mean, we chose to destroy and kill one each other rather than to use our technology for good. Destroying our planet, pretty much leave it in a disrupted, non-viable way to live. And now we got a second chance here, and we're on the verge of doing the exact same thing again. But do we alter evolution because of it, or do we let evolution take its course and have the disaster of having it the same way happen again? Or do we these are a lot of concepts I've been thinking about for the last, give or take 24, almost 25 years of living. Because I was thinking heavily about certain things when I was 6 years old, despite my trauma. And I'm not going to say too much on that, but, from 6, it's 25 years of, hard thinking, conceptualizing, and now it's just time to do it. Now it's just time to create. And, I very much feel like we're in the space to do it. Are we too late? Time will tell, but I know that if I haven't done anything right, at least I like to have to know that I've done something right, And I was very pessimistic, as all, great many thinkers. I'm not trying to lick my own ass here, but, I'm trying to say that, I've been trying to think about great things that we could do in the future, but it doesn't have to be held back by, stupid and people and the stupidity of the old. And definitely there are elders right now that are so hell-bent on keeping things the way it is that you're never going to move forward because nothing changes. Everyone's been feeling the stagnancy of growth, and growth in any way, shape, or form is still growth. It doesn't have to be financial or material, but you want to see some type of growth, and that growth just has not been seen in a very long time. Matter of fact, in my own personal life, they only decided to stagnate my growth when really there's a lot of great things that we could do if we let each other grow the way we want to grow, and let each other make our own decisions and have our own freedom and have our own fun. But it's in the Western world, it's always other people get to have fun at other people's expense, and that shit's gonna stop today. That shit's gonna stop now, because otherwise all you create is more division and more hate, and that's gonna let itself in one or two, three ways, and neither of them pretty. But I'm sick and tired of educating people that don't want to be educated, that just want to keep things the way they are because it benefits them and profits them. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that and stand for it. I've been through the hard times. I've been through the mud. I know what it's like not to have. But the amount of people that spend time on me not having what I have, or not me getting ahead, astounding, really. And to those I say, fuck all of you. I mean, you can rot in the very hell that you've created for yourselves. But I'm not going to sit here and join any of this, because, I have something else and better to do, which is to move forward and create good stuff and, make a living and move forward in a, respectable but also a nice way. And by that, I'm letting my passion get the better of myself again. Like, I've been sitting here for quite a while. It's hot as fuck out here. And I still have a lot to do and a lot to say and a lot more to show for. So, you know what? I'm going to quit the talking and start the walking. So, guys, thank you very much for listening to my, I wouldn't say rant, but thank you for listening to my speech for as long as you've been having and been able to do it. And subscribe, like, share great ideas, share great concepts, and let's stop talking about, old dumb shit, and let's just start moving forward. But acknowledgement definitely needs to happen, and things have to be said that people not want to like to hear, but fuck it, I don't care anymore. Godspeed, and gentlemen and ladies, have a good night and have a good life. And as always, have some holiday cheer.